Hi, I'm Katie Townsend. I'm the director of Nature Education Stewardship Team, and we are here at beautiful Atwood Park in my very favorite river. I have to have my feet in it today, the Kishwaukee. And I've had the privilege of experiencing this river for 30 years, both in a professional capacity of teaching on the banks, in the waters, and also personally. This is my touchstone place. I come here frequently. A moment ago, an eagle just went by just to kind of bless us. But let's get started by tracing this river. It begins north around Woodstock, Illinois, and the water is emptying out of bogs and wetlands, traveling through McHenry County into Boone, Winnebago, and 63 miles later, it dumps into Ogle County, right on the Winnebago-Ogle County line, pretty close to the Rockford Airport. So we're actually not too far from that confluence right now. There's also a south branch, and that's more in the DeKalb area. But the river's more than a map or tracing it. This river's a really special river, partly because it's a Class A river, and that means it's received that classification because of its water cleanliness. You can see it's pretty clear to the bottom. It also for its biodiversity, and that means there's lots of living things in here. It's also been deemed as a biologically important site, and part of that reason or designation comes from our mussel population, freshwater clams. There's certain mussels of importance, and one of those is the black sandshell mussel. And when we talk about this threatened mussel, we have to realize it's a powerhouse in helping to clean this river. There's also some really historic significance of the Kish. We're standing in this place at Atwood Park called the Mill Race. And when I came here 30 years ago, we found pieces of a grinding stone and a cable. And some people say, this was a grist mill. Other people say it had to do with machinery. And I really don't know what kind of mill it was, but I do know that the water turning here and shooting through that oxbow probably really aided in settlement and the farming. And rivers have always been important to villages, people, and us. Also, Ben McLaughlin, in his book, In Black Hawk's Footsteps, says that the bluffs, the limestone bluffs on the river, not too far down here at Atwood Park, was the place that Black Hawk may have camped the first night of the Black Hawk Wars. If you remember, the Black Hawk Wars began in Stillman Valley, the Battle of Stillman Run, and Black Hawk fled on the Rock River, probably got to that confluence there by the airport, and then came up the Kishwaukee and thought, these bluffs are a really good place to have a look at. So the river also here has a lot of recreational potential. I mentioned paddling and kayaking. The Forest Preserve and the Park District also have bike trails in case if you're not someone to get wet, which that's not me. I'm always happiest wetter. But yeah, there's also opportunities to enjoy the river from the banks, enjoy sunsets, sunrises, whatever your thing is. This river has friends. There was a Friends of the Kishwaukee group, Kishwaukee River Ecosystem Partnerships, other groups that joined with them for scientific studies. You still Google that up, you can see wonderful fauna and flora lists to just get to know what's out here better. There's been citizens that have gone to zoning meetings to make sure industry doesn't get too close, and other groups that have made sure that the boat landings here stay non-motorized, and what's in the river is just silent sport. And I think that's added to also the beauty and consistent clean conditions. So there's guardians of this river, and I guess I would like to end with hoping for future guardians. So I'd love to shout out to the environmental educators that are helping to teach our children. Because children aren't just born knowing what to eat. You have to teach them about nutrition or technology, how to take care of their pet. You also need how to teach them how to love and interact with the river. And I really feel and hope we could support these following environmental centers in this area that are significant to the Kishwaukee River. Severson Dells, Atwood Park, Rockford Park District, Natural Lands Institute, Boone County Conservation, the YMCA, Angelic Organics Learning Center. Because my hope is that we will be able to teach children to have a river in their heart. Thank you. Happy World River Day. The Kish.